Hello and welcome. You know, something I'm gonna cover. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless the new episode just aired 30 minutes ago, but I will get to that later. I absolutely want to cover a hot take. Yes, I am back here with my hot take board here and covering the Sune being the greatest sports anime of all time, which is still, by the way, go watch the video. I did say that, and I meant that with passion. It's not rage bait. These are not rage bait. These are all facts. Every hot take I've done is facts. From top fives, my hot takes, I'm gonna go in. So, Reese, yesterday and this morning, Trapped in Anime, the group Trapped in Anime. I love these guys. They're the group I want to hang out with. I want to do like a podcast or a video with these guys. They are freaking amazing. I would love to hang out with Trapped in Anime crew. So they sent me a video, and one of the videos was Shou Tucker. Shou Tucker saying he's a good father, he's all that. You know what? I'm not even mad about that. I'm not. So it brought, and then somebody, I'm not familiar with his face, somebody who cosplay as Sora, great costume by the way, said Goku's the best father and best grandfather of all time. No, he's not. No, he is freaking not. With this, so now I gotta get back at these people. So for all of my hot takes list, which one should I do? Oh, this one. Let's bring this one. Goku, he's actually not just one hot take, two hot takes into one big old hot takes. So we're gonna put two hot takes into one. One, Goku is the worst father of all time, and Shou Tucker is ranked 5 among the worst dads in anime. Let me say this again. Goku is worse than Shou Tucker. Yes, Goku, Dragon Ball, MC, whatever. Goku is the worst father of all time. He is worse than Shou Tucker, and Shou Tucker is ranked 5 among the worst dads in anime. Now, y'all think I'm trolling, y'all think I'm rage baiting. I'm not. This is spitting facts. And if you want to know why, I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go back. First of all, Shou Tucker. Look, I'm not defending Shou Tucker here. I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not defending Shou Tucker at the slightest. What Shou Tucker did was wrong. I get that. Nobody say he get a pass. Nobody say he deserves a pass. Do I feel like he should get the electric chair? Absolutely. Should I think he should get 1,000 slashes in the back and in the front? Abso-freaking-lutely. But here's the thing. Once upon a time, Shou Tucker was the worst dad, actually number 1. But let's be honest, guys. If you look at all the fathers from past till now, you still gonna put Shou Tucker number 1? Let's be honest. There are some worse dads in anime, past and present, that surpass what the level of what Shou Tucker did. Shou Tucker is like, what, the 5th, 6th worst father in anime? There's plenty of people who are worse than him. I mean, look, in Shou Tucker's defense, he did it for science. Science. And if you look back on all the things that other fathers do, you're gonna tell me what Shou Tucker did was worse than that? I mean, Shou Tucker's dead. That's good for everybody. That's good for everybody. There's a killed off Nina and the dog, okay. But at least Shou Tucker stayed with Nina and the dog forever. Now, I get where they interview the guy, said Shou Tucker's a good father. Is he a good father? And someone say, at least he got time to have a dog and hang out with Nina before he did something crazy. But at least he spent time with his kids. I'm gonna say it again. At least he spent time with his kids before he did something stupid. You think Goku spent time with his kids? Hell no. But I'm gonna get to that later. Anyway, when I said Goku is worse than Shou Tucker, I meant that. I mean, look at all the fathers in anime. You tell me who's worse than Shou Tucker. I'll give you an example. You guys gonna tell me Shinji's father from Neon Genesis Evangelion is worse than Shou Tucker? Be honest. Be honest. Are you going to sit there and say Shou Tucker is worse than Guts' stepfather from Berserk? Are you going to tell me that? You going to tell me that? Oh, here's the father that everyone's seen forgotten. What about Sanji's father, Judge, from One Piece? Are you going to tell me Judge is worse than Shou Tucker? I mean, you going to tell me Shou Tucker is worse than Judge? You see what I'm saying? There are bad fathers in anime, past or present, that they did worse than what Shou Tucker did. You know what I'm saying? Look, Shou Tucker's a bad father, but he's like the 5th or 6th because there are other fathers who did worse things to their kids. Go ask Guts' stepfather. Go ask Judge Sanji's father. Go ask Shinji's father from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, here's the father that everyone has seen and forgotten. And you can't deny this. What about the father from Rise of the Shield Hero, aka Trash? You forgot about him? You see what I'm saying? There are worse fathers out there who did worse motive for their kids than Shou Tucker. Hell, what about Nakina's father from Food Wars? You're gonna deny him? See, I just named you a plethora of bad fathers. Plethora of bad fathers. Shou Tucker's defense, he did it for science. It was an experiment. Could he get another kid or adopt or get another person? Sure, but there was no other options. At least he did it for science. Now, let me get to Goku. Now, this is why I said Goku is the worst father ever. And everybody at Anime YC actually agree with this. Let's rewind the clock back. Okay. First of all, Goku. You're not really the best MC. Me personally, the face of anime is Naruto. That's going to be my hot take later on when I say that. Naruto is the face. Naruto Uzumaki is the face of anime. But that's a different topic in another way. I want to talk about Goku being the worst dad. And he's true. And it's right. Let's rewind the clock. First off, Raditz. Raditz made his debut. Okay. Your brother, Gohan's uncle. Same. Okay. Then you let Piccolo. Piccolo's a better father. Piccolo took care of Gohan for years. Piccolo took care of Gohan for years that he's been up there in heaven. Eat, sleep, train, repeat. And there were times Goku went set to Earth, but he don't really spend time with his kids. He literally trained in Earth and go back to heaven. And I'm like, dude, how many times are you gonna keep doing this? If you want to train all that stuff, just go to Earth and train with Vegeta. You have Bulma build that freaking training pod thing, and you can train your ass off. You don't have to go up to heaven every now and then. I mean, come on, he's also a bad husband, bad father. I mean, look. And then all of a sudden, you let Piccolo took care of Gohan for years while you were up there training, as always. You don't even check on your kids when you're in heaven. You don't even check on your kids. You don't freaking do that, Goku. You don't do that. Then you go to the Frieza saga. You came there, you helped them out. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. And then you yell at Gohan for saying, tell him to get on the ship. Oh my God. Now, I want to get to the Cell saga because the Cell saga is kind of important for me on this part right here. First off, the fate of the world is in your son's hand. Now, here's the thing, though. After you and Gohan have been training in the hyperbolic time chamber and you left, you're like, no, we're good. We got 10 days to the tournament. We're going to spend 3 days of relaxation, 3 days. So basically, you should just spend 3 days with your kid. Father of the year, huh? Spend your 365 days, you only spend like 1 to 3 days with your kid? Really? Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing now? So if you spend time with your kid for 3 days, that's fine. Father of the year. No. He hardly see his kids. And the fact that when Goten, matter of fact, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that later. Now watch this. The fate of the world is in your son's hand. That's a big carry. Now, we all know Goku saw something in Gohan when he went Super Saiyan 2. That's fine and dandy. I get all that. But at that moment when Cell was about to die, you give him a fucking senzu bean. What the fuck are you pushing? You're putting more pressure on your son. After you gave Cell the senzu bean, you gotta be the dumbest mother lover I've ever seen in my life. It's like he's about to die. Let Gohan finish him off. But no, you don't give him a senzu bean. What the fuck is your problem, Goku? What the hell, man? What the hell? You just gave him an advantage. You gave him a recovery. Like, come on. Why would you do that, bro? Why? Yeah, Gohan defeated Cell with the one arm, but you had to be that last father thing to say, use the father's son, Kamehameha, do it, finish him off. We wouldn't have had it if you not interfere. You could have just have Gohan finish him off when Cell was about to die. But no, you decided to play the big heroine and try to be the last savior for Gohan's sake. Then why did you do that? Why did you have to help Gohan? Let Gohan do him by himself. But you, again, you put the whole rest in your son's hand, but you gave him essentially to a point where you had to and Gohan had one arm. Now, let's go to Goten, by the way. One, you didn't know Goten was born. That's number one. What kind of one? And first of all, while you was in heaven, and I know people won't say, oh, Goku was in heaven. You know how many times he checked down on Earth and his friends? You know how many times he does that to people? You know how many times Goku just go on King Kai's back and just speak to people? Why didn't he do that with Chi-Chi when Chi-Chi was giving birth to Goten? Why did he know Goten was going Super Saiyan? Matter of fact, Chi-Chi is also a good parent slash mother slash father because she made Goten into a freaking Super Saiyan. Chi-Chi made Goten into a Super Saiyan. You really think Gohan? I mean, you think Gohan did it? No. You think Goku did it? No. And look, as a bad father, and look, and Goku is such a worst father ever. He could have just tapped on King Kai's shoulder and say, hey, honey, it's me, Goku. How you doing? Oh, that's my kid. Oh, he's on the... Why did you do that? Why the fuck were you doing? Where the fuck were you at? Oh, I'm up there training. That's your problem. That is your problem. All you care about is eat, sleep, train, repeat. And you never once took Gohan or Goten to school. Why do you think Gohan became a scholar? He became a scholar because of Chi-Chi. You know, and I'm sitting here I'm sitting here thinking, Goku, what the heck are you doing all this time? You trying to train, but where did it get you? I mean, you lost your ass to Beerus. I mean, and then the Tournament of Power, you lost that too. And don't get me started on GT. But my point, Goku is one of the worst MCs and one of the worst fathers. Because again, when you make dumb decisions like that, you're putting more and more pressure on your son. Worse than anything. I mean, like, you didn't even train Goten. And he lost to Trunks in the tournament. Remember that tournament, the kids tournament thing? You didn't even try. You didn't even try. And you made Gohan a wimp. And by wimp, I'm talking about where Gohan is now. Look, Gohan's a good father. I'm not dissing him. I'm not dissing Gohan as the slightest. But what I'm saying is, you made Gohan into a freaking wimp by becoming a scholar. He tried to follow father's footsteps? Bull. Because now you made Gohan, like, I won't call him a wimp. That's kind of harsh. I won't say wimp, but you made him, like, soft. You made him soft. You made Goten soft. I mean, for a guy who don't kiss his own wife, you really got the medal for bad. I mean, you really got the medal for good husband or good father year, but you're not. But again, Goku is the worst father ever. He got no class, no time to spend time with his kids, let alone train with them. He only spent time with them one time and he goes back to heaven. He's an up and down father. He goes to heaven, he trains for about 2 or 3 years, then he goes down to earth and trains for about 2 days and go right back to heaven. I'm like, dude, just stay your ass down. You have, pick one place, heaven or earth. Heaven or earth, you can pick. That's why I say he's worse than Shou Tucker. Goku's worse than Shou Tucker, but here's the thing with Shou Tucker though. At least Shou Tucker got time to spend with his wife and kids and his dog. At least he got time to do all that kind of maneuvers before he did all that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said Shou Tucker's not the worst father. Because if you go back to the past and present of all fathers, you know damn well Goku did some horrible things that cannot, like, you see the shit that he does, he can't do that. And hell, I'll give you a father that I respect. I'll name here's another anime father I'm gonna name. At least he earned his stripes and he been redeemable. Endeavor. You guys know Endeavor from My Hero Academia? Here's the difference with Endeavor. At least Endeavor owned up to his mistakes automatically, just like that. At least Endeavor knew he fucked up. At least Endeavor knew he was wrong. See, at least he earned his stripes and he's been redeemable. And since then, he's been earning his stripes. You think Goku's been earning his stripes? Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, I feel better now. So now that you understand why Goku is the worst father of all time, and Shou Tucker's like the rank 5th or 6th, now you know how I feel. Now, I got some more hot takes here if you guys want me to put down right and explain to you in a good way. Not in a rage bait way, but facts. You know, maybe I should do Rent a Girlfriend's the best rom-com of all time. Maybe I should do that. Just to show you how I feel about Rent a Girlfriend. That I've been saying in Anime YC and so on. But you guys get my drift. So thank you for watching my hot takes on why Goku is the worst father of all time. And everyone agreed with me. Everyone agree with me. So later on, maybe tomorrow or the next day I'm off, I will do more hot takes. So thank you for watching.